Marijuana is a very feminine plant. Very feminine. Marijuana is a powerful entity, but people don't know. Sometimes I watch the youth smoking this sacred plant and they don't even know. They don't even understand. So they just smoke it for the mental experience of it. So they just need a mental experience. But the marijuana is a very sacred plant. And she is a woman, a very black woman with some beautiful natural dreads. Okay, so that's the plant. And that plant is very powerful enough to reveal your state or amplify your state. Okay, and this amplification flows through all dimensions. So the act is maybe taking it, okay, into your body, whether with smoke or eating it energetically. It goes into your body. And when that plant enters your body, that amplification cuts across all your dimensions. All your dimensions get affected. That's what you should know. So if you are taking that plant in a low vibration state, then you should be ready for a low vibrational experience. We are talking about the marijuana psychedelic. That plant reveals your state, a very feminine. Some people smoke this marijuana and get mad. The moment they take it, they start having some experiences, some things that they are not familiar with. And then they give up, okay? And then they go mad. So now, going mad simply means that you are not corresponding or connecting to the signals of this reality again. When you say mad, a mad person, when you see a mad person walking, it means that now that person can't really connect to this reality again because of something, because of a state, because of a situation. So it all goes back to the state. So if you are in a low vibrational state and you take this marijuana, you have a low vibration effect to that cause. Remember, everything is energy. When we are talking here, we are talking energy. We are not trying to be research and be doing writing and book. Book doesn't help me. I was a very intelligent person in school. Yes, I was very intelligent with the books, but I wasn't really. I grew out of that love to read because it got to a point I got to know that it's like when you read too much, you put your mental plane in a code. You don't rise, and that's what the elite are using. They are using the concept of books and documentations and writing to keep our fellow Africans very coded and limited. They put them in a box, in a code. So until you grow out of reading and start going into yourself, you can't decode. So even the Bible, it's not for the readers. It's for those who are staying true to themselves. If you stay true to yourself, you realize that the Bible is not meant for you. So the Bible will rather expose himself. Okay, so you realize that if you go into the Bible staying true to yourself, the Bible will reveal himself to you. And you realize that this book is a lie, an illusion. every religious book that you are seeing has a spiritual dependence. And when they tap into that spiritual energy, they corrupt it because they want to manipulate you. You know, manipulation is spiritual. That one you should know. So the manipulation that occurred to us was a spiritual impact. So when we are talking about certain things, it's not book. It's not book. The last time I was explaining and trying to reveal some inner touches on the LGBT, but I was even struggling because it's not something I've gone to done a research on it in a book. It's an astral energy perspective I always talk from. So I'm not here to answer your questions. I'm here to question your answers. The marijuana plant has scientific descriptions. But when you go deep into it, you realize that that plant is very spiritual. That is why the Rastafarian community don't play with that plant. They know what they get from that plant. And that plant is feminine. That's why I'm saying that if you are a Jah Rastafarian and you don't acknowledge the feminine energy over you, then sorry, a time will come you start smoking this marijuana and you'll be going mad. Yes, you'll be going mad. There will be projections of madness on you. Madness on you because ego. The Jah Rastafarian community, they depend on the plant for their spiritual connection. So the Jah Rastafarian community looks more of consciousness, but they've not really awakened because they still operate on the rhythm of capitalism. And they know. And it's some way connected to the Yahweh consciousness, which is also under the Freemason. We are revealing things here. So the feminine plant, marijuana, is a very powerful plant. If you are not pure, don't touch it. If you are not pure, don't touch it. When I say purity, I'm not saying some religious way of cleansing and consecration. I mean, if you are not staying true to yourself and knowing yourself, if you don't really know yourself, don't go near to the plant because, fine, you may have an experience for your creativity, for your this, but there is a karmic creation. That plant is spiritual enough to put you in balance if you stay true to yourself and know yourself. That is where you realize that you are not pleasing any matrix or any label or anything. You are flowing from yourself. You are flowing from yourself. That's why most of our guys are mad, because they took the marijuana in a lower state, in a lower vibration state. They smoked it. And when they smoked it, they didn't even take their time to get to know what they are smoking. Because they've just seen some people smoking it and you know, so they also want to smoke it. Or maybe they were depressed. And in that depression state, someone introduced it to them. So they smoked in that state. And they began to think. And they got shocked. Some can be instantly, but some too can be progressive. As they keep experiencing life, and because they are not real, and they've denied themselves, as they take it, in that low vibration state, they keep taking it in depressed, thinking. And not just thinking as in meditating of ascending yourself, But they are thinking in that lower vibration state. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So the person is still connected to the matrix. The person is not awakened. The person is not conscious. The person is not spiritual. Listen, consciousness comes before the marijuana. When you allow the marijuana to make you conscious, then one way or the other, it means that your consciousness was not really valid and natural. So if you mess up little, that energy of the plant can suppress you, depending on your state, that you keep going. So you envy, you are full of jealousy, you are running the matrix, you are desperate for money, you are this and this for that, you have allowed the matrix system to pressure you, you are this, you are thinking a lot, you are this. You can go mad. But if you are awakened and you see between the lines of your emotional state, of your physical state, of your spiritual state, of your psychological state, then it becomes a good energy for you. Very, very spiritual. Very, very, very feminine. So you should know your state. And there are some people too, because they have a strong avatar, they begin to have a certain connection. So even if those people are not really awakened, they still have a creative energy to tap in from it. However, it's not a sure thing. If you are not spiritual, you are not having that base, you don't even know yourself much, then you have issues with the plant. You have issues with the plant. So the psychedelic is a powerful plant that needs to be understood. Very feminine. I've experienced her before. She's very beautiful. In fact, when I saw her, my physical body couldn't stand it. It can turn you on in so many ways. You may, if you don't even take care, you might want to even, then you will do and then you create a reality that you want to, you want to eat the feminine. But it's enough. When you eat the plant, don't go and eat it, and then don't go and eat the woman behind the plant. Because everything is state. That was just by the way. So this marijuana plant has to be carefully understood before taking. So it all boils back to knowing thyself. Right now, if you've taken the marijuana before, you are aligning with the frequency but not awakened. If you are awakened, then you can have a transmutation experience with it, which means that your past experience with the marijuana, you can transmute it. Okay? So right now, you can connect it perfectly. And there are other psychedelics too. Now, also know that there are two ways to everything. What if there is no marijuana? Can't you still have your high vibration experience? And that is where, when Mother Gaia is resetting and you can't find any marijuana to take, you'll be exposed. So now the Rastafarian community will not get the marijuana to take again. So how would they get their vibrations? How would they feel that high vibration? So you are an alchemist by nature. So you can develop another way of getting high, naturally high. Maybe, and naturally, you can go high when you've not eaten any food. Know that naturally you can go high without marijuana if you've not eaten. That's why when I was a child, sometimes I get a little hungry. I've not eaten. And I realize that those times that I've not eaten, I begin to have some experiences. You will sleep and you'll be dreaming. Your dreams will become clear because your body doesn't have anything. It's only your spirit left in your body. So your higher self begins to what? Express herself. Okay, so that's a clue I've given to you. However, find your own ways to be high. Maybe by sitting in the sun, by doing a whole lot of activities that you see, maybe listening to music. You can be high. You can have that positive high vibration through music too. Your favorite music can make you high, and then you begin to flow in that. You begin to flow in that frequency, and then it goes like that. Okay, so some people keep saying that when I begin to listen to music, when I start listening to music, I get more creative. When I go to the riverside, you can even come to the riverside and get high. There are high vibrations here. So the marijuana plant is here to give you that vibration for you to have your experience. Treat the plant good. Align with the plant. Become one with the plant. Sometimes you can just massage the plant. Okay, sometimes you can just be treating the plant in a way that you appreciate her. You can have a good experience with that plant too. All right, so that is it. That's all I have to say. I love you. This bone, You too, you have been exposing me too much. You make people say that I am starving, but I'm not starving. Because I don't eat like how they do. I can eat, yes, but in these dimensions, we don't really eat that much. Sometimes we just go with the flow. So, yeah. But I still have muscles, can't you see? See my 6 packs. Come on.